Okay.
Hey, Carmel. Hello, hello, Madinois.
Wow.
So, anyone watching on YouTube, I very much doubt that this will be the first video you'll come across. But just in case, we're just going to very briefly describe ourselves. This is Rita speaking. I'm a white woman in my late 40s, exactly 49, actually. Quite proud of myself. I wear seeing glasses. I've got black hair pinned on top of my head, and I'm wearing a black top because I always do wear black. Over to my collaborator.
Hi, and I'm Carmel, and I'm sitting here in the sunshine in Class 11 in Dublin, and I'm in my 50s, and I'm wearing a red top, and I have my hair pinned up in a kind of bit of a scraggy fashion, but it's like, and I'm wearing gold hoop earrings, and I have black earphones in. Yeah,
great.
That's me.
Okay. So I want to keep the first section, your tasks, to me quite brief because I want to do lots of dancing with you. But I will show you. I just want to show you. How do I show you? I just want to show you the size of my leeks and my onions. They're quite big now. Okay, good. And now I go here. I switch camera. I switch. Okay. So I don't know if you can see. These are my.
Oh yeah.
These are my leeks. Look at the size of them.
Wow, look at the size of them. They're really going up to the light. They really,
yeah.
They probably need to go into something longer.
Do they? Now.
Yeah, they need something deeper, yeah, because they look like they're getting quite tall there, you know, so they need a deeper pot.
Oh, they need a deeper pot. Okay, that's fine. How about my onions?
They look great. Yeah, they're looking good. They're looking good. They're probably okay. They're okay for a bit longer. They're fine.
For a bit longer.
Yeah.
So these, put them in. Yeah, I know. And here, I planted some beans here.
Ooh. And you
yesterday.
Of them? No, or they were planted yesterday.
No, no, that was just because you said, you know, sow something every week. Yes. So I did those.
Brilliant. Okay, super.
And the kale, you know, it's still going. I don't quite know. Like, oh wait.
It will take a while to get roots. Don't worry. I mean,
it'll take a while.
It'll take a while. Yeah, don't worry. And you
don't worry. So
see,
just
like you should see the roots, because when you turn up the pot, you should be able to see the roots at the end of the pot.
Okay. So when you say a while, like how long?
Oh yeah.
More or less.
Well, I suppose, you know, there might be something in a few weeks.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, so I wouldn't be in a major hurry with them, you know. They take a while to,
Great. So I did
what
those.
happens is, see, when I do that, I do it and then I forget about it, and then I go back and check, and it's like, oh, okay, now that, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're not exactly like counting the weeks.
No, usually not. No.
So I know we've communicated over email about the other leeks, the farm leeks, the chard, the carrot seeds.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna this week follow your instructions and get those in the ground.
Great.
I'm also gonna ask about herbs. I've been forgetting. I'm going to ask about herbs. Okay. Even if they just have seeds, right? I can just plant the seeds, yeah? Okay.
You could sow the seeds directly, or you could sow some seeds at home again and wait until they're a little bigger and then plant them out.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'll probably do that, because then you can guarantee the heat, you know.
Yeah.
Germinate quicker.
And with the idea of planting in pots, I think I'm going to wait and see first what the beds are going to look like before I start adding pots. Because at the moment I have so many. I have 5 beds still to plant. So this week, after I do leeks and chard and carrot seeds, I'll do 2 more beds, I think, this week. So then I'll have 3. And then I'm going to see if I need more space. So So would you say that that's enough for me to do this week then? Plant the leeks, the chard and the carrot seeds and maybe some herbs, or shall I be doing some more?
I think that's enough, unless they have some other nice things to tempt you. But I think that's probably enough for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Are you happy enough with that yourself?
Yeah, I am. So I've got all the instructions that you sent me.
Would you like to do more? Okay. No.
No, I think that's enough, because I think then, so that means I'll go from 3 to 5 beds.
Yeah.
Which is good. And then we can talk again about what the next things are. Great.
And have you been to visit and see how it looks?
I went a few days ago, quite a long, like 3 days ago. It all looked fine. The cardboard had flown a bit. There were again a few more. So I put it back on and with some rocks on top. And a few more onions had been pulled up, put them back in, but less this time. Yeah. So one of the things I want to see if I can do today is get that netting over the onions today. If I can get that done today, then I think that'll be good. And over the brassicas as well, I hope that they'll be okay. So I'll let you know.
And also check the moisture. Huh?
Check the moisture, but it's been raining lately.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, then it's probably fine.
I think so.
Okay, because the onions definitely, if you want them to root, you know, they're going to have to be moist.
To be watered. Okay.
Yeah, but I think that often what happens, they get chucked out. You know, they get chucked up earlier, and then it's like they give up. I don't know. It's like they dig them up once, and then it's like they don't bother again. I don't know. They don't bother as much as they can. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. Good. Maybe they'll learn.
It could be. They might be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
And let's hope your brassicas haven't been eaten by the pigeons.
Oh, stop it. Okay, I'm gonna check later. I'll text you.
You better check later. You better check. Yeah.
Oh my
god. Okay. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry, but you know, this is the world we live in.
I know.
We have competition. Yeah.
Okay, so
food. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I actually, before we begin, I have 3 things I want to discuss with you that are explorations of 3 questions you posed to me on your emails.
Yeah.
So one is about clothing. So there is the dress you had last time. There is a black dress that I only saw after our rehearsal that you sent me, another black dress. And there is just like you right now, for instance, what you wear or what you were wearing in the photograph, in the image, you know, of you sat on the bench, the image that's on the festival. And I just wanted to ask you about what feels true to you at the moment in terms of what you might be wearing for the performance. So, you know, forget that you went to that shop and tried all those dresses. Forget that I mentioned, like, what feels true for you?
I think it's like I don't feel I've grown into it yet. It's almost like I don't feel I've grown into what it is yet. Yeah,
so do you feel it's okay?
There's something about I'm not quite sure where my movements are going to be, how much I'm on the ground or not, or, you know, moving.
Okay.
Something about it. I feel if I'm in a costume now, it starts to, well, I suppose it starts to dictate something of itself. Yeah, I find, because I'm very much like that with clothes. I find clothes they're like a skin. So what's on, then they begin to dictate a little bit. You know, they begin to tell the story a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think
are you saying that it might be that the path to finding out what you'll be wearing is forget about it now, let's work on the rest of the piece and then ask that question at the end?
That's one possibility. Yeah, that's That's one possibility. Yeah. I mean, I suppose the other possibility is I I could always wear something different or something and just see how that goes. But
I would prefer if we, it feels like it's one of those excavations that as we keep excavating, keeps hiding itself a bit more. It's not ready to come to light. So I feel we drop it. We move on with other elements. We let that particular bone hide itself. It wants to do it.
If it wants to hide itself,
Yeah.
Because I think, you know, you have ideas. I mean, I think when we started this at the very beginning, I had ideas then that I was going to wear something different every single time as rehearsal. That was one of my original ideas. I thought I'm just going to really, and I had this, I was going to do it, and then I just didn't do it. Then suddenly I was in the hoodie, and I was sort of and I thought, oh, that's really strange. Like, you know, so you're
Okay, that's fine. Let's do that and see what happens.
And it isn't that I don't love dressing up, because I actually do love dressing up. So, you know, it's not one of those.
I can imagine. But it's not like, it's that thing that it's not really about what you might love or what I might love or any.
Exactly.
It's like, what is the thing that's trying to emerge? This thing has an entity. It exists as a. I think of works as beings that wanting to come into existence. Like, I totally think of them as they are their own entities. And I just sort of facilitate and ask questions. Who are you? And who are you wanting to become? And not this. So we just give this artistic entity.
It's like sculpture or something. It's like
exactly. Yeah. Like when sculptures talk about, all I'm doing is removing the layers in order to see what's next. It's exactly what I'm trying to do. So, okay, great. So we leave it. This particular thing is still wanting to be hidden. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Shauna's singing. So it's interesting that you said what you said on your email, because after last rehearsal, I saw something, which I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what I see. And it all fitted, and Shauna's singing didn't. And I thought to myself, but it's still there. So I'm still going to excavate and find out if there is something I'm not seeing, because I haven't properly excavated it. But then you said what you said on your email, and I just took it as a sign that it's not meant to be right now. So I just say that's not part of this work.
Okay.
And then you asked me about why I keep asking you to dance. And you said
in a dance show, how weird! Like.
No, but your questions are really intelligent and poignant. Am I asking you to dance because this is within a dance festival and I have something that there needs to be a dance moment in it? No, that's not the reason. I operate from an expanded notion of choreography, which sometimes does not involve dancing. So the reason why I've been asking you to dance in a kind of an abandoned way, like a dance of abandon, is because I'm trying to understand and get a sense of who you are as a movement. So I'm struggling at the moment I understand your thinking. I think I understand your intellect, your words, but I'm struggling to understand your physicality. And so I just wanted to see you. And so last rehearsal, I got a glimpse. I was like, I need more. I got a glimpse last rehearsal.
Okay.
But that was that really horrible experience for you. But so I want to do a task, a movement task with you. I'm going to direct you. And I want to see how you respond, because I haven't been able to excavate that yet.
Sure.
We've been trying and we've been failing. Like I've been asking. So that's why. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally makes sense. Yeah, I mean, but that's one of the. I mean, that's the thing about this is that, like, this is a bit of a disembodied process to be sitting on.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
And we're talking heads, you know. It's like, that's right. So.
Okay,
and I might move my head quite a bit, but that's what I do. Yeah.
Right. So let me look. I have a very tight plan here. So I'm going to move to. Section 3A. Section 3A. Okay. Have you had a chance to do a bit of a warm-up before now?
I was digging for an hour this morning in somebody's garden.
Okay.
That was my.
Okay.
I was working. I started. I went and did an hour's digging at 8 o'clock this morning.
Nice.
So yeah, but
Okay.
I don't know whether that's really what I would consider a warm up. I mean, you know, it's a kind of a warm up, but it's a different kind of warm up.
Okay, so we'll do a bit of joint mobilization before we start. All right, so here's the thing. I'd like you to be inside the house somewhere, but the camera in a place where I can see your whole body. So you have to be quite far from the camera.
Okay.
And I would like to see your whole body, if that's okay.
Yeah, okay. How would that go? How would that work?
Oh, that's brilliant. That's fantastic.
Yeah?
That's great. Yeah. You can even close that door.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see everything. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have enough space? Do you need to move a few things around there? Or is it safe?
It's it's probably the room that has most space, most floor space.
Okay.
I would use it if
All right.
I do any movement stuff. So
okay. Okay.
I mean, I can show. I mean, there's it's like
no, that's fine. Yeah. So if you can go,
I can go here. I can go here. I can
Yeah. If you turn the camera to where it was before. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you turn the camera so you're more like in front of that white door, so I can really see you well, because I see the contrast. Okay, great. Okay. So I'm gonna direct you a little bit. First, it'll be a warm up, and then I'm gonna start directing you movement wise, and it's. Yeah, so it's just to excavate this. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So if you close your eyes and maybe focusing on the connection between the soles of your feet and the floor, and noticing the energy flowing from the floor up your feet, your ankles, up to the knees, and see if you can go inside of your knees with your awareness, all the tendons, ligaments, cartilage. Allowing your awareness to rise up from the knees to your hip sockets, and investigating inside the hip sockets. Again, lots of cartilage, ligaments, tendons. Allowing the energy to rise again up your spine, your thorax, and noticing all the really fragile organs that are protected by your rib cage, the lungs, the heart, your stomach below it. Allowing the energy to rise up to the neck and then expand sideways to the shoulders. And before it goes down the arms, again, it goes into the shoulder joint. It investigates the internal sensations of what it feels to have shoulder joints. And then it finally drops down the upper arms, passes through the elbows, the lower arms, the wrists, palms of the hands, the backs of the hands, and the fingers. And then the energy shoots up from the fingers up, the arms to the shoulder sockets, and this time it goes up the neck, envelops the entire head, and then it goes inside into the soft matter of the eyeballs, the cartilage of the nose, the muscle of the tongue, the hardness of the teeth, the brain matter. With your eyes closed, just spending a few seconds in the awareness of what it feels to be you, the physicality of Carmel, which is an experience that nobody else in the world will ever know. Only you know how Carmel feels, how your cells feel. That knowledge is so special. And opening your eyes and choosing one joint of your body and beginning manipulating that joint. It could be your elbow or your wrist, and adding a second joint. Could be your knee, for instance, and adding a third joint. Nice. Adding a joint of your right leg. So both your feet might need to be on the floor. Both the feet might need to be moving at the same time because we're just accumulating. Nice. And now your hips, and now your torso, your spine, and maybe your head as well, and your wrists. Okay. How does your body feel? How do the joints feel?
I'm pretty stiff.
Are you?
Stiff. Yeah, I'm pretty stiff, but it's like my back is quite stiff because I've been really, doing what we don't do here. I've actually been digging, even though we're losing. But we had a great conversation. But it's good because the gardener I was working with, we had a conversation about it because she's been watching this and she's been thinking about it. So it's been
really. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
So it's infecting. It's infecting everything.
Okay. So you can stop now. So yeah. A bit stiff. So keep that awareness of that stiffness in what I'm going to ask you to do. So don't push it. Work with how your body feels rather than against it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me see. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, I'm going to get a drink of water because while you're doing the second.
Okay.
Just not quiet.
Okay. So I'm going to take you through a technique for developing material that I've used before, but many times. But it was initially developed by Trisha Brown. I don't know if you've heard of Trisha Brown.
Yeah.
So you know about accumulation piece? Have you ever seen that work?
Accumulation?
Accumulation piece, yeah.
No, I haven't seen
Accumulation?
it. No.
No. Okay. Anyway, I'll send it to you after because I think you might be interested in seeing it.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's going to happen is that I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give you a word, and they're all action words. And I'm just going to ask you to respond, to allow your body to respond to the word in any way that it does, like without too much thinking, just physical response.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to give you a second word and ask for a second response. But instead of it being sequential, it'll be accumulative. Actually, let me just do it because instead of explaining it, it makes more sense. Okay, so this time keep looking at the camera while you do every single thing. Rubbing hands, touching neck, taking a step back, leaning against the door, hands and knees. Interesting. What's the next? I forgot. Rolling up your sleeves, but come back up like you did first time. Hands on face. Very evocative. Okay. So I want to see it two different ways now. First way is the accumulation way. So I'll talk you through it. So 1, then 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3. And then the second way, I want to see it without pauses, just you moving through the movements like it's water. So the first one, quite separate. The second one, quite fluid. So neutral. So come close to the camera again and look at me. And then walk back. And straight away, even before you arrive, you're rubbing hands. Back to neutral. Rubbing hands. Touching neck. Back to neutral. Rubbing hands. Touching neck. Step back, leaning against door. Back to neutral. Rubbing hands. Touching neck. Step back, leaning against door. Hands on knees. Back to neutral. Beautiful. Keep looking at me. Rubbing hands. Touching neck. Step back, leaning against door. Sorry. Hands on knees. Roll up your sleeves. Back to neutral. Rubbing hands. Touching neck. Step back, leaning against door. Hands on knees. Roll up your sleeves. Hands on face, covering the eyes. Walk towards the camera. Aha! This is interesting. Okay, this is something. Okay, great. Can we try it another way now?
Okay.
Okay, so this is what I'd like to try this time. You come close to the camera, you walk back, and then I just want you to go through the movements really without any pause. So rubbing hands here, step back, knees, roll up sleeves, hand. So everything just flows from one to the other as much as you can remember. I know you've just learned it, so there's no pressure. And action. And again. Keep looking at me. Okay, now, can you walk towards the camera with the hands there and then take the hands off, look at me through the camera, walk back and do it all again. This is it. This is it. And go. Oh my God, this is it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, Carmel, you can stop. This is it.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see what it is. It's like, so the way it reads as somebody who is attempting to communicate something to somebody on the other side of the camera, and they keep going through over and over and over, and they keep getting, the communication keeps failing. They keep not getting what they want. So they go like this. So then they take the hands. It's still not there. They try again. So there's a kind of a sadness about it, a kind of, but also a stillness about it, a kind of, I don't know how to explain it. That's how it reads to me. How did it feel to you?
I don't know. I can't.
Okay.
I can't say that right now.
Okay.
But it's fine. But I mean, it's fine. It's like, yeah, I feel I'd have to do it a lot more to feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it felt like it could grow, I think.
Oh, absolutely. This is like the gem of the thing.
Could grow. I felt like it's like, oh, that each time that it would, that movement would be more expansive or something. There'd be something more in it. I think that's what it felt like. That's
a nice idea, actually. So as it repeats, it can grow. That's a really good development. Let's write this down. So as a development, as it repeats, it grows. And I also see already in my mind, as it repeats, you move further and further away from the camera. So you go further and further away from me until one day you don't. One day, because this is a durational piece. It lasts a month until one point you don't come back. Let me just try this thing. So again, you're not going to know where this comes from. I'm just going to ask you to trust me and do it, and then we'll talk about why I'm asking you to do it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I would like you to get your camera and cover your camera with your hands. I don't want to see any image right now.
Cover the camera with the hand.
Yeah. Okay, now cover the camera with like a piece of clothing then.
Oh, okay.
I want it to be black.
Yeah.
It's kind of colorful. No, I can see you. Do you have something black that wouldn't let the light through at all?
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I have found something black. Oh, I thought that was quite nice, actually. I've been wondering what to do with this. Finding a use for it. How's that?
Oh, that's perfect.
There you go.
Okay. So can you just talk to me, just say some stuff?
Okay, I can say some stuff. You just want to hear my voice?
Yeah. No, this
okay,
is great. I love it.
Okay.
Okay. So I have some text that I wrote. I want you to read. Now, what's the best thing? Like, how can I send you this text now? Or is it better that you? Oh, okay, right. So shall I just email it to you or text it to you?
I go and get the other phone. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Do you want an email or a text?
It doesn't really matter, I think.
Okay, let me send you an email quickly. Yeah.
So you want me to read?
I want you to read it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like this with no image. So just maybe read it for yourself once, just to get a sense of what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah.
And then I want you to read it to me. Tell me when you're ready to read it out loud.
Okay. Am I sitting?
Yeah?
Am I standing? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. I don't. The audience. The intention is that the audience will not see you at all here. They'll just hear you. So it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So ready and action.
I miss you.
Perfect. Perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, bear with me. Where am I? I am here. Okay, Carmel, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you what I see. And then ask me lots of questions. Question me. Tell me all your thoughts. I see. And then I see the whole. I then see. And then I see you talking about. That's what I see.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think of that? Do you want some time to think about it?
Okay, yeah.
How does it sit with you? You don't have to say it now. Like you can go away and have a think, see how it sits.
Yeah. Okay.
And remember,
I like the simplicity of it, I think.
It feels very clear, very whole. I think it feels very clear. I think. And remember, if I suppose what I want to say to you is that this is truly what I see. Now, whether what I see is ready to come into existence, that's not for me to say. And if it isn't, or if parts of it aren't, we can be honest about that and we make it part of the work. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. Yeah. We said this is what we had planned to do here, but we're not there yet or whatever. Yeah. Or we couldn't quite get it or whatever. Yeah.
Or it's like right, Carmel. So basically, in rehearsal 8, which is next week.
Yeah.
Nice. In rehearsal 8, basically, if we get so we have rehearsal 8, 9, and 10. Rehearsal 8 needs to be about going through each section by section and polishing them. So it'll be a lot of notes. It'll be like, do this, I'll give you notes, do it again, I give you notes, do it again, I give you notes, moving to the next section, etc. Rehearsal 9 will be the first, it will be run-throughs of the whole thing. So it'll be like, run through the whole thing, stop, I give you notes, run through the whole thing, stop, I give you notes. And the same with rehearsal 10 until the performance. So the reason why I'm saying this to you is because I'm going to write this structure to you, and I need to know. The other thing to say is that I don't know if you've experienced this, but sometimes because I make work like this, so sometimes until I start embodying this work, until it comes into embodied existence, I don't know what it means. So sometimes I don't know what it means once I'm writing the sections. I'm like, I still don't know what it means. And then I embody it and I know what it means. So it might be that you still have questions about it, but once you embody it and it flows, you will know what it means. It might even be that, yeah, I don't know. So I suppose
we did. And are you happy with what we did?
I'm very happy. I think it's beautiful. Good. I think
Good.
it's about longing and connection and disconnection, and I think it's about like those things that's just about human beings being human beings. But I think it also has this kind of quirky, absurd moments in it, and the beauty of like just the decoration of your house, just by what it is, like the yellow, and then the yellow flowers is just so. So there's these like moments of color in the middle of all this. I also think it's like spring in the sense that you see in spring, you throw some seeds and they are kind of fragile, they're growing, they're kind of fragile, they're not. So, see, I think that the summer works will have a much more definite existence because they'll be made in the summer. And I think the winter, like the autumn works will have a certain maturity. I think the spring work is kind of like, I'm a seed, am I going to take? Maybe not, but maybe I will, but maybe I won't be able to, but you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to be.
And so I'm kind of going with that.
Yeah, good. I like that. That makes a connection. Yeah, that's good.
All right. Thank you so much for your openness and generosity. Thank you.
And you too. Okay. Bye-bye.